Hi y'all. Today we are going to do 3 freezer meals. I am a big advocate for making freezer meals. It is a lifesaver on busy weeknights or, a week that everybody's sick or whatever. It really is a lifesaver and it saves you money too. The cost to make a single freezer meal pan is drastically cheaper than ordering a pizza or buying the pre-made freezer meals at the store. It saves money and it saves time. So we are going to start with ranch chicken enchiladas. This is a super easy recipe. So in one bowl, you're going to make the sauce, and that is 1 cup of ranch dressing. You can use whatever ranch dressing you want. I just used the Highland, is it Highland? Hidden Valley ranch dressing, and then 1 cup of salsa. I was just using the Best Choice salsa, and you're going to mix those together. And then you're going to set that aside, and then another bowl, you're going to add 3 cups of shredded chicken, 1 tablespoon of chili powder, 1 tablespoon of cumin, 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, and then 1/4 cup of water unless your meat is very wet. In the video that you're watching, my meat was very, very moist because I cooked it in the Instapot, and then this happened to be the bottom part of the meat, so it was submerged in water. So it was very wet and I didn't need to add extra water. If your meat is a little drier, you need to add the 1/4 cup of water. Anyways, then you're going to mix all of that together. And in this video, all I had was large tortillas. That's what they had at Sam's Club. They were out of the medium-sized ones. So you'll want to use the medium-sized tortillas. I have the large ones. They're ridiculous. So you're going to lay out on the counter 12 tortillas. You're going to put a pinch of shredded cheese in each of the tortillas. And then you're going to divide your chicken mixture amongst all 12 of the tortillas. And then you're going to put 1 tablespoon of the ranch and salsa mixture into each tortilla. Before you start rolling these up, you're going to put 1/4 cup of the ranch salsa mixture into the bottom of your baking dish. This is just to help prevent your tortilla shells from sticking to the bottom of the baking dish. Then you will roll up your tortillas and lay them in the baking dish. Then you're going to dump the rest of the salsa mixture on top of the tortillas, and then put the rest of your cheese on top of the tortillas. And then you're going to bake it in the oven for 20 to 30 minutes until it's bubbling and golden brown on top at 350 degrees. This makes 12 enchiladas. It's delicious, and it is just a different take on enchiladas. I just sometimes get bored of eating the same old, and it's nice to mix things up a little bit. Generally, if I'm going to make enchiladas, I make the chicken kind, so this is just a nice variation to add to the mix. Something else I'd like to point out is that I am using the large tortillas, which I mentioned before, but also these baking dishes are not 9 by 13. They're slightly smaller, so I could not line my tortilla shells up, like short ways in the pan. They had to go long ways. I promise you, if you make these with medium tortillas and follow the instructions in my blog recipe that is linked below in the description, that you should be able to make 12 tortillas worth of enchiladas, lay them horizontally, like short ways, into the baking dish, and then 1 batch of sauce is enough. In this video, I make 2 batches because I have to make 2 pans because my enchilada tortillas are just gigantic. Literally, you can see these tortillas take up the whole pan. It's ridiculous. Anyways, so if you use the medium-sized ones, you will be able to use a standard 9 by 13 pan and put all of them into 1 pan, and you only have to make 1 batch of sauce. So that's just a note about what you're seeing in the video and what's on the recipe. All right, next up is green rice casserole. I always have this in my freezer, always. So this is 2 cups of dry rice that was made per the instructions on the packaging. So whatever type of rice you use, just follow the instructions, but it's 2 cups of dry rice. And then I have 3 cans of cream of mushroom soup. And then there is 2 bags of chopped broccoli. They're 12-ounce bags of broccoli. So if you get, one of the extra large bags from Walmart or whatever, it's 24 ounces, but 2 12-ounce bags is what I use in this video. And then you're going to add 2 cups of shredded cheese, 2 cups of shredded chicken, a tablespoon of garlic powder, and 1 teaspoon of salt. This one's super easy. After you add all the ingredients to the bowl, you're going to mix it all together and put it in a baking dish. This bakes at 350 degrees for 30 to 45 minutes, just until it's hot all the way through. It's super simple. All of the baking times that I give you in this video are for if it is thawed. You put any of these recipes into the oven frozen, they're going to take longer. Also, I'm putting this into 2 of these baking dishes because I'm making all of this food to take to my very good friend who just had a baby. And we're just now getting to go see them. So I'm just making her some freezer meals just because having a new baby is hard. So this is going into 2 separate pans because it's just her and her husband, and they don't need a full 9x13 pan to feed themselves. This is the part of my video where I ask you, if you are enjoying this video, please hit the like button. This is the only way for YouTube to decide to share my video with other people. Also, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. And do you guys use freezer meals? Is that a thing that you guys do? Leave me a comment down below and let me know. And back to the next recipe. Next up, we are going to make some lasagna. This is just my basic freezer lasagna recipe. I am actually making more than 1 lasagna, so I'm going to share with you the ingredients that I would normally put into 1 single lasagna. That would be 1 pound of ground meat. You're going to brown that, and then you're going to add 1 24-ounce jar of spaghetti sauce to that brown meat, and then you're just going to mix that together. And then you're going to need 1 24-ounce container of cottage cheese. I'd suggest a high-fat one just because it tends to be more watery if you don't use the high-fat one. A box of lasagna noodles. I'd strongly suggest getting the oven ready kind. I bought these noodles back whenever the pandemic started, and everybody went and bought up all the pasta. Literally, this was the only option I could get. That I could only get the kind that you have to cook, and there weren't even many pasta options. So I bought a bunch of lasagna because I needed something to feed my family. Anyway, so you're gonna need noodles. Get the oven ready kind, and then 16 ounces of shredded mozzarella cheese. To assemble 1 pan, I usually put about a half a cup of the sauce and meat mixture on the bottom. This is just to keep your noodles from sticking to the bottom of your pan. It doesn't happen frequently, but I have had it happen, and it's a pain in the butt. Also, it makes it really hard to get like a nice piece of lasagna out of your baking dish. And then you're going to lay down 3 pieces of lasagna and about 1/3 of your cottage cheese, and then a cup of sauce on top of that, and then about 1/4 of your shredded cheese. And then you're going to put down 3 more noodles, cottage cheese, sauce, shredded cheese, noodles, cottage cheese, sauce, shredded cheese, and then you're going to put down 3 more noodles, any sauce that's left if you have it, and then the remainder of your shredded cheese. In this video, I'm not using my normal lasagna dishes because I'm making these to throw into the freezer. So my normal lasagna dish is a little bit deeper, so I usually do 3 layers. In this video, I only do 2 layers because that's all that will fit into this pan. And then you're just going to throw that in the oven at 350 degrees. It takes about an hour to make. It makes 12 servings. This is something that I try to keep in my freezer at all times. Also, my husband really loves lasagna. That is all I have for you guys today. I hope you have an awesome week, and I'll catch you next time. Bye, y'all.